Okay, let's start. Om Shuklam Baradaram Vishnum. Om Shuklam Baradaram Vishnum. Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasanna Badanam Dhyayet. Prasanna Badanam Dhyayet. Sarva Vignopasantaye. Sarva Vignopasantaye. Saraswati Namastubhyam. Saraswati Namastubhyam. Varade Kamarupini. Varade Kamarupini. Vidyarambam karishyami. Vidyarambam karishyami. Siddhir bhavatu me sada. Siddhir bhavatu me sada. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu. Guru Brahma Guru Vishnu. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Devo Maheshwara. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Guru Sakshat Parabrahma. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Jnananandamayam Devam. Jnananandamayam Devam. Nirmalam Spatikakritim. Nirmalam Spatikakritim. Adaram Sarva Vidyanam. Adaram Sarva Vidyanam. Om Hayagrivaya Upashmahe. Om Hayagrivaya Upashmahe. Shri Rama Rama Rameti. Shri Rama Rama Rameti. Rame Rame Manorame. Rame Rame Manorame. Sahasranama Tattulyam. Sahasranama Tattulyam. Rama Nama Varanane. Rama Nama Varanane. Buddhirbalam Yashodairyam. Buddhirbalam Yashodairyam. Nirbhayatvam Arogatam. Nirbhayatvam Arogatam. Ajatyam Vakpatutvam Cha. Ajatyam Vakpatutvam Cha. Anumat Smaranat Bhavet. Anumat Smaranat Bhavet. Vina Venkatesham Nanato Nanata. Vina Venkatesham Nanato Nanata. Sada Venkatesham Smarami Smarami. Sada Venkatesham Smarami Smarami. Hare Venkatesa Prasida Prasida. Hare Venkatesa Prasida Prasida. Priyam Venkatesha Prayacha Prayacha. Priyam Venkatesha Prayacha Prayacha. We will begin with the story of Nalacharithram. So Pandavargal, they lost all their wealth in a game of dice to Duryodhana, and they were sent to the forest for 13 years. As the Pandavas were leaving to the forest, they were joined by a lot of saints and brahmanas. Those saints and brahmanas did not want to live under the rule of Duryodhana or under the rule of Kauravas. They wanted to live with the Pandavas because all the Pandavas believed in Dharma and they saw them as leaders. Even if they didn't have the kingdom, Pandavas were seen as leaders. But when they were leaving to the forest and they saw so many people coming with them, Yudhishthira, he became worried that he may not be able to provide good food to all the saints and brahmanas, and he had this big concern. Apo he consults Krishna, and Krishna advises him to pray to like sun god, and sun god gives him the Akshaya Patra. So that's the image that you're seeing here. So Yudhishthira வந்து சூரியனை பார்த்து கும்பிட சூரியன் gives them this Akshaya Patra. Akshaya Patram, it has the ability to generate unlimited food. All the Pandavas were able to live in the forest and also feed everyone who came to the forest with them. So all through their 13 years, the one thing that really worked in the favor of Pandavas were they were in the midst of what we call as Satsangam. Satsangam is good company. They were with saints. A lot of sages came and visited them. They consoled them. They advised them. So Pandavas were always surrounded by people with goodwill, good intentions, and that really carried them through the whole 13 years. So one day, a sage by name Sage Brihadaswa, he comes to visit the Pandavas. அப்போ வந்து he's asked one question, which is, has there been anyone in the world who has had more sufferings than me? அப்படின்னு வந்து the Pandavas' eldest brother Yudhishthira asks the sage. He says, I have been good to everyone. I followed a life of dharma. I worked hard to build the city of Indraprastha. Me and my brothers, we worked so hard. We built the city from scratch. We did not want to trouble our cousins, so we, in fact, left Hastinapur and formed a life of our own. But even with all of this effort, because of a silly mistake I did, which was playing the game of dice and not realizing that I am losing everything. I didn't know when to stop the game. I didn't stop the game and I lost everything. Has there been anyone in the world who has been more unfortunate than me? If so, please tell me their story and tell me how they faced their adversity and came out successful. அப்படின்னு கேட்குறான் யுதிஷ்டிரர். ஸோ என்னை விட கஷ்டப்பட்டவங்க உண்டா, அவங்க கதையை சொல்லுங்க, அந்த கதையை கேட்டு நாங்கள் வந்து கற்றுக்குறோம் how to face adversity. Life will have ups and downs. When you have the down period, how do you face the adversity? How do you face the hardship and come out stronger? Those are the stories that Pandavas were told by sages over the 13 years. அந்த ஸ்டோரியில் ஒரு ஸ்டோரி we will be addressing today, the initial part of the story, not the full story. It's the story of Nala and Damayanti. It's called as Nala Charitram. Okay, so we'll begin with this chart on the left. I'm showing you the chart of Surya Vamsam. You saw this chart last week. We'll begin again with the whole generation of Rama. So Rama, Lakshmana, Bharata, Shatrughna. So they were born to King Dasharatha. King Dasharatha was born to Raghu. Raghu was born to Rituparna. Rituparna was a king of Ayodhya and Nala was his friend. So the story of Nala predates Ramayana. It was many hundred years before even Rama was born. So that gives you a time period of when the story happened. Second is, Nala was the king of the place called Nishada kingdom. Vidarbha is the kingdom in which Damayanti, his future wife, is born. So the story of Nala Charitram revolves around Nishada, Vidarbha, and Ayodhya. Ayodhya, we all know where it is. Ayodhya. So in the மூணு இடங்களும் தான் வந்து இந்த கதையுடைய மையம். Okay. So Nala was the king of Nishada. He was the most handsome of princes, kings. He was very strong. He fought a lot of wars. He won all the wars he fought. He expanded the kingdom. Under his rule, all his subjects were very happy. He was a leader who followed dharmic principles. So when a leader follows dharmic principles, naturally the nation will succeed and people in his rule will be happy. As Nala was the king of Nishada, அது கிட்டக்க இன்னொரு kingdom called as Vidarbha. அந்த ஊருடைய king பேரு King Bhima. King Bhima has a daughter whose name is Damayanti. And Damayanti was considered as the most beautiful and most elegant of women of all times. People have not seen a prettier girl who was so elegant. And right from their childhood, the whole talk about the king of Nishada being the most handsome and the princess of Vidarbha being the most beautiful, that becomes the talk of the entire country. Lot of saints are visiting the Sabha of Nala, and whenever they see the king, they tell him that your best match ever would be Princess Damayanti. We all pray to God that one day you get married to Princess Damayanti. அப்படின்னு Princess Damayanti பத்தின details வந்து all these saints, all these rishis who keep coming to his kingdom repeatedly, they keep telling Nala about Damayanti. Same way, at the kingdom of Vidarbha, everyone keeps hearing about how great a king Nala is. And Damayanti hears lots of stories about how strong Nala is, and Nala udaya rule vandu people all follow. It's a great kingdom, and he follows dharma to the core. So she has a liking towards the king Nala, and the beauty is they both actually fall in love with each other without ever having seen one another. They've never seen the other person, but just the fact that they keep hearing good things about the other person makes them fall in love with one another. So one night when Nala was in his courtyard, it was a evening, and he was just looking at the trees and enjoying the breeze. A lot of birds were flying towards his courtyard. He sees a golden swan. A golden swan is flying towards him, and it reaches his courtyard, and Nala gets hold of the bird. As he gets hold of the bird talks, and Nala is surprised. The bird says that, "O King Nala, please let me go, and I will tell Damayanti that you are in love with her." அப்படிங்கிறான். Nala he can't believe his eyes. He is surprised that a bird can talk, and he's also surprised that the bird knew what was in his mind. And the fact that he can actually send a messenger to his love makes him leave the bird, and the bird says thank you, and the bird flies. And the bird next goes to the courtyard of Damayanti. The swan tells her that King Nala is the jewel among all men. He's the best king a nation can have, and he would be your best match. Abdin Solra. And Damayanti listens to the story as the swan has recited, and her longing to meet King Nala becomes stronger. So this golden swan makes the longing that King Nala had for Damayanti and Damayanti had for Nala even more stronger. But who was this golden swan? A few generations back, King Nala and Damayanti were actually hunter and hunter's wife. So they were living in a small hut in a forest. Appo ஒரு night வந்து a rishi comes, and he stays with them. So what they do is they give the house to the rishi, and they sleep outside the house. So அன்னைக்கு night வந்து unfortunately a tiger comes in that area, and it kills the husband, and the wife also immediately gives up her life. So the sage feels extremely sad and guilty that he had actually caused the split of husband and wife who were in deep love with each other. So after many generations, when Nala and Damayanti were born, the same sage comes as a golden swan to reunite them. So a few generations back, the sage had split them unknowingly. Now the same sage wants to get them together, so he came as a golden swan. So after all this happens, one fine day, King Bhima announces to all the kingdoms that he is conducting a Swayamvaram for Damayanti. And this was the news that many of the princes and kings at that time were waiting to hear. They were waiting for King Bhima to announce the actual Swayamvaram of Damayanti, and they wanted to, in fact, be there, take part in it, and win the hand of Damayanti. So when King Nala hears this, he's ecstatic. He is like, this is the moment I had been waiting for. And he takes his chariot, and he is riding towards the kingdom of Vidarbha. So Nala uடைய attributes la one thing I missed, he had the ability to ride the chariot like no one else. When he rides the chariot, it would be the fastest chariot ever, and the elegance with which he would drive the chariot is a story talked about by many people. So when all of this action is happening in India, Sage Narada goes to Indraloka, and he tells Lord Indra that on earth the Swayamvaram of the most beautiful girl ever born is going to happen. Now Indra is excited. Now Indra really wants to know about this princess of Vidarbha, and he decides to take part in this Swayamvaram. So not only Indra, he also informs about this Swayamvaram to Lord Varuna, who is the Lord of Rain, Lord Agni, Lord of Fire, and Lord Yama. So all these four lords decide to take part in the Swayamvaram. They want to take part in the Swayamvaram because they've heard a lot about Nala, they've heard a lot about Damayanti, and they really want to test Nala and Damayanti if all those stories that they heard about Nala and Damayanti are true. ஸோ நலனை பற்றி அவங்க கேட்ட எல்லா விவரமும் என்னன்னா வந்து நலன் இஸ் நித்திய சத்யவிரதன். He always follows dharma. He will be honest, and every word he gives, he will follow the word to the core. So they wanted to test the ability of Nala to maintain promises that he makes. So they go down to the earth, and as Nala is riding his chariot, the four devas who are going towards the kingdom of Vidarbha, they say, Nala, we need your help. And Nala immediately says, yes, I will help. He did not even care to ask them what the help was about. Nala, உன் உதவி வேண்டும் அப்படின்ன உடனே சரி நான் பண்றேன் அப்படிங்கிறான் நலன். So he's already given the word that he will help them. Now Indra asks Nala, says, you have to go to Princess Damayanti as our messenger and tell Damayanti that she has to pick one of the four devas as her husband. Nala is in a fix. He says, you should also know that I am also planning to take part in the Swayamvaram. He is beginning to show some reluctance, but he takes it back and he says, since I gave you a word, I will go and meet her and I will tell her your intentions. But he also asks, as a king of a different kingdom, I would not be able to go to the chambers of Damayanti. Lots of guards will be there to stop me. How do I even go there? Appa Indra says, when you go there, you will be visible only to the princess of Vidarbha. No one else can see you. So adhe madri, with he's a bit upset that he has been asked this wish because he's been longing to marry Damayanti. Now he has to go as a messenger, but he's given the word. And அவன் கொடுத்த வார்த்தையை காப்பாற்றணும்ங்கிறதுக்காக வந்து he agrees to go as a messenger, and to the word of Indra, when he enters, none of the guards can see him, so no one stops him. He actually walks all the way to the chambers of Damayanti. He meets her, and Damayanti meets Nala. Partha odane, she is able to make the whole connection that this has to be King Nala, just based on the looks and the aura and the energy. She realizes that this is King Nala, but she wants to confirm. She asks, who are you? And Nala introduces himself as, I am King Nala. She says, oh King Nala, I'm so excited to meet you. In fact, this whole Swayamvaram was organized to invite you to this kingdom, so you will come, take part in the Swayamvaram and marry me. Now that you're here, I can go and ask my dad to call off the Swayamvaram, and he will fix our wedding immediately. Abdingra. Appo, after hearing all this, at this point, King Nala says, I need to let you know something. I'm here as a messenger of Devas. I did start to, in fact, come to your kingdom to take part in the Swayamvaram, but on the way I was stopped by Devas, and I agreed to be the messenger. I'm here as their messenger, and they have asked me to let you know that you should select one of the four Devas as your husband. அது கேட்ட உடனே வந்து she says, no, but I love you, and in my mind I have made you my husband long time back. அதுக்கு வந்து he says, but if you marry a Deva, your life will be full of happiness. When you marry a human like me, life will have its ups and downs. But if you marry Deva, you will always be in a very happy situation. Sorrow will, in fact, never come towards you when you marry a Deva. Why would you want to marry a human? அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. அதுக்கு Damayanti says, when a lady makes up her mind that so and so would be her husband, no one can change it. I've made up my mind that you have to be my husband. I love you. I don't love anyone else. I cannot accept anyone else as my husband. So please go back to the Devas and let them know my wish. அப்படிங்கிற Damayanti. So இதுலயே வந்து we know the amount of conviction each of them have. On one hand, Nala, since he agreed to be a messenger, he is doing the duty of being a messenger to the court. On the other hand, just because Devas have expressed their wish, I cannot change my mind. I have certain wishes and I need to fulfill those wishes. Aprinu, at this point, Damayanti has taken a strong stance. So both of them are very strong characters. Hint we will be seeing more about their strength and willpower over the course of the story. Now, after hearing this from Damayanti, Nala says, "O Devas, I conveyed your message to Princess of Vidarbha, but she wants to marry me." Appadina odana vandu Indra says, "Nala, we tested your ability to keep up your promise. We've heard a lot of stories about you that you are a Nitya Satya Vratan, and we wanted to give a test. You passed that test in flying colors, so we give you 4 boons." அப்படிங்கிறாங்க. நாங்க வந்து உனக்கு bless பண்றோம் since you kept your word. Indra gives him the boon that you will be able to see a Devata with your naked eye all through your life. Humans, mortals, will not be able to see when Devas come and go. But உன்னுடைய கண்ணுக்கு தேவர்கள் தெரிவாங்க அப்படின்னு இந்திரன் சொல்றார். Agni says, fire will never harm you. It will never burn you. And whenever you want me, just think about me and I will be there. So Nala has the ability, after getting the boon, Nala has the ability to light fire anywhere instantly. Adhe mari vandu he has a boon from Lord Varuna. He says, same here, just think about me and I will come. So you will get water anywhere. Wherever you go, you will have the ability to generate water. அப்படிங்கிறாரு Lord Varuna. And Yama says, I bless you with the best abilities to cook. Your cooking will be so good that across generations, across ages, your cooking will be called as Nala Bhagam. So at the onset, these 4 wishes may seem disconnected. We may not realize the importance of what if someone can make fire? What if someone can make water? What if someone has the ability to cook well? Why will a king ever want to cook? All these questions can come to your mind, but all of these 4 boons are going to help Nala when he goes through a tough time. So Devatas know about it, and they want to give him these boons now. So when all the difficulties arrive, he has the ability to come out of them with the help of these boons. So a good deed you do now will pay you back when it is most needed later in life. Adukku, this particular instance is an example. Now comes the actual Swayamvaram. So the Devatas have tested Nala, right? Now they also want to test how strong the conviction of Princess Damayanti is. So they do a trick. Enna pandrangana, all 4 of them enter the hall of Swayamvaram as King Nala. So there is King Nala and 4 of them who look exactly like him. And King Bhima sees that, everyone in the courtyard sees that, and they are all very confused, surprised at the same time. All 5 of them are sitting together. So there are lots of kings and princes, and 5 of them sitting together, everyone looking identical as King Nala. Ipo vandu, when Damayanti comes there with the garland, she sees, in fact, 5 of them like Nala. This is a play by the 4 Devas, and she prays to them. She prays to them with all humbleness that I have the intent to marry King Nala. I have the right to choose my husband. if my love for Nala is true, these 4 devas should bless me by giving me hints about who among the 5 is King Nala. So once she makes that request to the 4 devas, they are pleased and they start giving hints. First hint vande, of the 5 people who are sitting there as Nala, only one person is sweating. Why will he sweat? King Nala is sweating because he does not want Damayanti to garland someone else by mistake. So he's anxious that at this point Damayanti must make the correct choice. So avanuடைய அந்த excitement, anxiety la, he is perspiring. So the 4 devas are not sweating and Nala is sweating. Second, அவங்களுடைய ஷோல்டர்ல போட்டிருக்க மாலை, ரைட், தேவர்கள் போட்டிருக்க மாலை வந்து வாடவே இல்லை. இட்ஸ் ஃப்ரெஷ். பட் நலன் அவன் மேல போட்டிருக்கிற அந்த மாலை வந்து வாடி இருக்கு. இட்ஸ் gotten slightly old, which happens when we humans wear these garlands. தேவர்கள் போட்டிருக்கிற மாலை வந்து வாடவே வாடாது. Third, Nala was closing his eyelids repeatedly like humans do, and devas do not bat their eyelids. And fourth one, தேவர்களுடைய கால் பூமியில படாது. They may, so their foot will not rest on land. Nala's foot is resting on land. So all these four hints about devas, that like devas do not sweat, devas do not bat their eyelids, தேவர்கள் போட்ட மாலை வாடாது, தேவர்களுடைய கால் பூமியில படாது, இது எல்லாமே வந்து across the years when saints and sage Narada had come to their kingdom, and they talk about devas. Damayanti has grown up hearing about all these stories about devas, so she had all of this at the back of her mind. She knew them, but when this moment comes, all those learnings have to come to her mind, and for that her mind has to be clear. When your mind is clogged, what you know does not come to your forefront. Your mind has to be calm, your mind has to be clear for knowledge you've acquired across ages to come to the forefront. So this also shows that when there is a situation, the heroine of our story kept her mind calm. She did not get anxious, because if you're anxious, you can't see things through. She did not get anxious. She kept calm, and she just prayed to the gods to help her. And the praying to the gods to help her showed how humble a princess she is, and the devas blessed her. And at this point, Damayanti knew who was King Nala, and she garlanded him. So all the devas were overjoyed. They blessed the couple with long life, with good kids, with a happy life, and the 4 devas were returning back to Devaloka. But as these 4 devas were in fact getting back to their lokam, they see Kalipurusha. Kalipurusha is Lord Sunny. He is coming towards them. So Indra asks them, hey Kalipurusha, at this point, where are you going? And Kalipurusha says, I am planning to take part in the Swayamvaram of Damayanti. Adukku all 4 of them laugh and they say that you're a little too late. In fact, she has married King Nala. We 4 also took part in that Swayamvaram, and Damayanti chose King Nala over the 4 of us. Idu keta odana Kalipurusha is angry. She is like, this is an insult to all the devas. How can a mortal human being, how can a lady born on earth reject the devas? What is so great about King Nala that she chose King Nala over the 4 devatas? Adukku vandu Indra says, well, they both had been in love with one another, and they both in fact likely wanted to marry each other. We tested them and they passed in their test, so we blessed them with all heart to have a happy life, and now we are getting back. அப்படின்னு சொன்ன உடனே வந்து Kalipurusha is not convinced. He says, no, I am going to stay back in the earth and teach Nala and Damayanti a lesson. So he's still upset that when 4 devas were part of the whole Swayamvaram, the lady chose a human being over the devas. Adukku vandu Indra in fact warns Kalipurusha, I know your intent is to cause trouble to King Nala and Damayanti, but two of them, they both follow principles of dharma to the core. When you trouble people who follow dharma, you end up being in trouble. So they in fact warn the person who creates trouble, saying, don't fall in trouble by troubling King Nala and Damayanti. Kalipurusha is not listening. Kalipurusha says, no, I still have to know this firsthand as to who King Nala and Damayanti are. So I am going to wait in their kingdom as long as it takes to get hold of them. So Devas know that it's impossible to in fact convince him to in fact keep away from King Nala. So they leave. Kalipurusha stays back. And so begins the beautiful married life of Nala and Damayanti. The entire kingdom of Vidarbha, the entire kingdom of Nishada are extremely happy. After the wedding, they had 12 years of extremely happy life. They had 2 kids, a boy and a girl. They named them as Indrasena and Indraseni. Nala expanded his kingdom. His subjects flourished. They had sufficient rain, good agriculture, businesses thrived, excellent governance, and stability in every aspect. So these, when all these elements are part of a kingdom, everyone is very happy. Not just in terms of governance, Nala also conducted yagams and yagnas regularly. So all the good vibrations come towards his kingdom. He took part in all rituals to the core. As a father, as a husband, as a brother, and as a king, Nala was fulfilling all his duties accurately. He didn't miss on any single duty. So Kalipurusha, who has been waiting at his kingdom to catch Nala, did not find a reason yet to catch him. So only if you make a mistake, Kalipurusha will catch you. And Nala has not made a mistake yet, but he's patiently waiting. He's hell-bent on waiting for the opportunity to in fact pick Nala, and that opportunity arrived. One day, King Nala slipped on his duties. So oru saindram vandu King Nala had to do prayers in the evening prayers. It's called as Sandhya Vandanam. Sandhya Vandanam pandradhukku munnadi vandu he uses the restroom, but as he leaves to get into the prayer hall, he does not wash his legs properly. So a small portion of his leg, his ankle, was unwashed. So that was enough. So பூஜை பண்ண போறப்போ வந்து கால் சுத்தமா இல்லை அப்படிங்கிற அந்த ஒரு சின்ன aspect, that aspect was enough for Kalipurusha to say, I am going to get into Nala now. So he enters into Nala through the leg, through the part which was dirty, through the mistake that he did, and he takes over the mind of Nala. So when Kalipurusha enters into our mind, our thoughts get affected. Thoughts are actions, thoughts are words. So our actions and words get affected. So Nala's actions become questionable. His ministers are all in sudden concerned about why Nala is not talking the way he normally talks. He normally is very careful about the words he chooses. Now he is giving away words. He is using the wrong words at the wrong at all the wrong times. He's failed on not just one duty, but on multiple duties. As a leader, as a father, as a brother, as a husband, he's missing on key duties. Not just on Nala's body, Kalipurusha also enters into his cousin's body, Pushkara, because he's going to execute a drama with the help of King Pushkara. Pushkara was his cousin, Nala's cousin. So Pushkaranuடைய உடம்பலையும் Kalipurushan போய் Kalipurusha influences Pushkara to invite Nala to the game of dice. So we saw about what the game of dice can do to a good-hearted person. As much as Nala had all the good virtues, he had one weak point, which was he will never say no for gambling. He loved gambling, and gambling was the vice, the only vice, and Kalipurusha waited for the right time to inflict pain on Nala through gambling. So Nala agrees to play the game of dice. His ministers warn him. His wife cautioned him. She did not stop him because she knew her husband is interested in the game. She says, go to the game, but be careful about what you pledge and how you play. but Nala does not agree, and he enters the game of dice. So we will end the story on this note today, and we will continue with what happened to Nala and Damayanti after the game of dice next week. This is only the beginning of King Nala's downfall. He's going to lose a lot of what he had, in fact, all of what he had, and then how King Nala and Damayanti recover from many years of hardship. With they in fact recover everything back, but they, in the period in between, they go through a lot of challenges. How they faced all their challenges would be the core part of our story. So this story was, as I mentioned earlier, was told to the Pandavas. Pandavas are themselves extremely accomplished princes. அவங்களுடைய மனசை தேத்துறதுக்கு சொன்ன கதைகள். So this is a story that all of us should know, because when we face adversity, what are the principles that we should follow, and how we have to get out of the adversity and get back to being on track. That's a life lesson that's very, very important. And we will end the story session with a sloka that appears in Mahabharata. This was written by the author Vedavyasa. It goes as the follows. Karkotakasya nagasya दमयन्त्याः नलस्य च ऋतुपर्णस्य राजर्षेः कीर्तनं कलिनाशनम्. So in the ஸ்லோகால வந்து வேதவியாசர் என்ன சொல்றாரு அப்படின்னா, anyone who discusses the stories of Karkotaka, Nala, Damayanti and Rituparna will not be impacted by Lord Sunny. That's the message that Vedavyasar has given to all of us in his book of Mahabharata. So ஏழரை சனி, அஷ்டம சனி, அர்த்தாஷ்டம சனி, சனி மகாதிசை அண்ட் சனி புக்திகள், அதுலலாம் வர்ற ட்ரபிள்ஸ்லேருந்து நம்மளை காத்துக்கணும் அப்படின்னா நளதமயந்தியுடைய கதையை கேட்கணும், சொல்லணும். So that's one thing that we are doing here. I'm glad all of you are part of it. Please tell the story of Nala and Damayanti to kids, to others who did not know about the story. A lot of versions are available on YouTube. A lot of blogs have also been written, and a lot of articles have been published with a lot of beautiful images on the story. So please have a look at them. Ipo, we will begin with the slokas and bhajans, and of course the whole series of naming the gods. This is going to be an interactive session, so if you have the answers to the questions, please unmute and answer the question. So we will begin with Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva has multiple forms. I'm showing you 3 forms of his. The form on the left is the usual form we see Shiva in. He has 3 eyes. This is his 3rd eye. He wears a snake on his neck, Pulitol. So he wears clothes which are made of tiger skin. He has a Trisulam. River Ganga flows out of his head. He carries the crescent, the moon crescent, Pirai Chandran. Pirai Chandran வந்து அவர் தலையில இருக்கும். அந்த பிறை சந்திரன் தலையில ஏன் இருக்குங்கிற கதை தான் வந்து தக்ஷ யக்னம். We will be discussing that over the series. His vaganam is the bull, Nandi. Okay, these are the typical visuals. How do I tell this is Shiva? Typically, someone wearing a tiger skin, snake around his neck, 3rd eye, Trishulam, river Ganga flowing out, Nandi, and in the picture theriyala, but there will be some other pictures where his throat alone will be blue. Neelakantan அப்படின் பேரு. How the throat became blue, that is a story that we can talk about. It comes from when Shiva drank the Alahala Vesham. பார்க்கடல் கடையிற eventல Alahala Vesham வருது. அந்த விஷத்தை சிவா சாப்பிட்டுறாரு. Parvati stops the Vesham from going down his body. The Vesham stays in his neck, and his neck turns blue. Since then, he's called Neelakantan. That event is also linked to Pradosham. We'll talk about the event separately, so you'll know more. Another form of Shiva is called Lingam. You will have seen this in almost all the temples. He appears as a Shiva Lingam. Chidambaramla, you will see him as Nataraja. He's the lord of dance. He's the best of dancers. In the form Ledikirappa, we call him as Nataraja. The names of Shiva. Let's quickly go through the names of Shiva. He's called Mahesha, Eason, Vishwanathar, Nataraja, Chidambaram, Ramanathan, Annamalai, Arunachalam, Meenakshi Sundareswarar, Egambareswarar, Ardhanadiswarar. Okay, இப்போ வந்து quiz. In which temple town is he called as Annamalai? Yeah.
Tiruvannamalai.
Yeah, Tiruvannamalai. Tiruvannamalai தான் வந்து he's called as Annamalai. Okay. All right. In which temple is he called as Chidambaram? This is an easy one.
Chidambaram.
Chidambaram Koil, he's called as Chidambaram. In the Koil, he's called as Ramanathan. We saw this last year.
Rameshwaram.
Good job. In the Koil, he's called as Arunachalam. Arunachalam, Annamalai. They both belong to the same temple.
Okay, we do.
Annamalai and the Koil. Yeah, Tiruvannamalai. So at Tiruvannamalai, he's called as Arunachalam also. In the Koil, he's called as Meenakshi Sundareswarar. Meenakshi Koil எந்த ஊர்ல இருக்கு? மதுரை கோயில். So Madurai Meenakshi Amman கோயில் is called as Sundareswarar. Egambareswarar எந்த கோயில்? Anyone here from Kanchipuram? Okay. So Kanchipuramல இருக்கிற கோயில்ல வந்து he's called as Egambareswarar. Ardhanadiswarar. This only a few of you may know. Yeah, Tiruchengodu தான் அவர் பேர் வந்து Ardhanadiswarar. So Ardhanadiswarar form, I did not show you an image here. Half Shiva, half Parvati. So Ardhanadiswarar. He gave one half of himself to Parvati. So அங்கே வந்து Ardhanadiswarar. அவருடைய vehicle பேர் bull Nandi. He lives in Mount Kailash, father of Murugan Vinayaka. Some of these elements will come in the quiz. Okay, நம்மளுடைய homeworkல வரும். Next, let's do a quick visual on Parvati, Ambal. So Ambal உடைய ஒரு song, some of you may know the song. It goes as Jaya Jaya Devi. Jaya Jaya Devi, Jaya Jaya Devi, Durga Devi Saranam. How many of you know the song? Okay. அதுல வந்து there is a paragraph which goes as the follows. சங்கு சக்கரம் வில்லும் அம்பும் மின்னும் வாழும் வேலுடன் சூலமும் தங்க கைகளில் தாங்கி நிற்பாள் சிங்கத்தின் மேல் அவள் வீற்றிருப்பாள். If you look at this image, okay, சங்கு சக்கரமும் வில்லும் அம்பும். So வில்லும் அம்பும், மின்னும் வாழ் sword, வேலுடன் சூலம் இங்க இருக்கு, சிங்கத்தின் மேல் வீற்றிருப்பாள். So that particular stanza is describing the visual form of Ambal. So Ambal உடைய weapons பாத்தீங்கன்னா வந்து it's pretty much everything that Shiva and Vishnu carry. There is Amba, there is Will, there is Sanga Chakaram, Gadai, Trisulam. So this form is also called Adi Parashakti and Durga and Amman. She had to take these avatars to defeat some asuras. So, and she took those forms. So that's one form of Ambal. In the form when she's typically depicted in green, it's Meenakshi Amman. Meenakshi Amman, kili irukum. That's the cue that you're looking at Meenakshi Amman. So Madurai Meenakshi Ambal uடைய photo பாத்தீங்கன்னா it will be with a parrot. அப்புறம் காஞ்சிபுரம் காமாட்சி உடைய ஒரு clue வந்து there'll be two clues. I'm showing you one clue. One clue is a sugar cane. She'll typically hold a sugar cane. ரெண்டாவது clue வந்து the image will have Shankaracharya. So when the image has Shankaracharya, it implies immediately that it's from Kanchipuram, and Kanchipuram Ammanna Kamakshi. So the names Kanchipuram Kamakshi and Madurai Meenakshi. எந்த ஊர்ல விசாலாட்சி? காசி. So காசியில விசாலாட்சி. எந்த ஊர்ல சிவகாமி? எந்த ஊர்ல சிவகாமி? சிதம்பரம். Okay. அப்புறம் other names of Amman, Rajeshwari, Amba, Shakti, Adi Parashakti, Parvati, that's a name that we've commonly known, Uma. அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி. அகிலாண்டேஸ்வரி வந்து எந்த ஊர்ல காமன்? Trichyல காமன். Trichyலையும் காமன். அப்புறம் மாரியம்மன், துர்கா, காளி. These are all names of Ambal. How and the visual cues to know you're looking at Ambal. We've seen it. Just as Shiva carries the crescent, Amba also carries the crescent because she's one half of Shiva. So you will see the moon crescent. So a lady goddess with the moon crescent immediately should tell you that's actually Amman. Kili, that's a clue. And sugarcane. When she is as Kali and Durga, she'll have all these weapons with her because in those forms she's killing asuras who no one could kill. So she took those forms. Ammanuடைய வாகனம் சிம்ம வாகினி, lion. She is the mother of Muruga and Vinayaka, and she is seen as the mother of the whole universe. Ammanna Amma. Okay. Ipo let's go to the first song of the day, Thoduடைய செவியன். This is a song written by Tirunஞான சம்பந்தர். It comes in Thiruvasagam. Last week we learned a Tiruppugal song, right? And Tiruppugal song is a song that is written on Muruga, and we learned that Arunagirinathar wrote the songs of Tiruppugal. So அந்த மாதிரி வந்து சிவனுடைய பாடல்களுக்கு வந்து there are typically three names. One is called as Thiruvasagam, Thevaram, Tirumurai. If anyone says this song comes from Thiruvasagam, you should know immediately it's Shiva song. If they say, please sing one Thevaram, it means they're asking you to sing a Shiva song. Please sing a song from Tirumurai. So Tirumurai, Thiruvasagam, Thevaram, இதெல்லாம் சிவன் பாட்டு, திருப்புகழ் முருகன் பாட்டு. இப்போ திருமுறை, தேவாரம், திருவாசகம் இது எல்லாமே வந்து collection of songs written by many poets, of which 4 of them made the most contributions, and their image is put here. They together are called as Nalvar. நாலுன்னா 4. நால்வர்னு சொல்றதே வந்து சிவனடியார்கள். அவங்க பேர் என்னங்கிறது வந்து ஹோம்ஒர்க்ல வரும். So you have to go find out the names of the 4 poets, Nalvar, who wrote all these songs. Okay, now let's begin with this song. Many stories we will be talking about Shiva over the series are based off of this song. ஏன்னா இந்த பாட்டு வந்து சிவனை வந்து கம்ப்ளீட்டா டிஸ்கிரைப் பண்ணுது. Okay, so let's begin with this. Please repeat after me, and keep your mic on mute. Okay, we are good on time today. We will finish on time. Okay, please repeat after me. Okay, I'll go slow, and from next week this song will be part of our initial slokas. We will end with Thoduடைய செவியன் and then begin the class. So by the end of 6 weeks, all of you will know this song very well. தோடுடைய செவியன் விடை ஏறிவோர், தோடுடைய செவியன் விடை ஏறியோர், தோடுடைய செவியன் விடை ஏறிவோர், தூவென் மதிசூடி, தூவென் மதிசூடி. I want all of you to sing. Parents, please encourage kids to sing. தோடுடைய செவியன் விடை ஏறிவோர், தோடுடைய செவியன் விடை ஏறிவோர், தூவென் மதிசூடி, தூவென் மதிசூடி. காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி, காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி, காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி, என் உள்ளம் கவர் கள்வன், உள்ளம் கவர் கள்வன். காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி, என் உள்ளம் கவர் கள்வன். ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனை நாட்பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்த. I'll break it up. ஏடுடைய மலரான், ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனை நாட்பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்த ஏடுடைய மலரான் ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனை நாட்பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே பெம்மான் இவனன்றே பெம்மான் இவன் அன்றே. இதான் பாட்டு. This is actually just the first stanza of in fact 10 or 11 stanzas. I'm only teaching you the first one. We'll repeat this one more time. In the vati with the audio it will be easier for you to practice, and I mentioned we'll be having the song every week, so it will come to you. We'll do it one more time. Okay, repeat after me. தோடுடைய செவியன் விடை ஏறிவோர் தோடுடைய செவியன் விடை ஏறிவோர் தூவன் மதிசூடி தூவன் மதிசூடி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசி காடுடைய சுடலை பொடி பூசியன் உள்ளம் கவர் கள்வன் உள்ளம் கவர் கள்வன் ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனை நாட்பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்த ஏடுடைய மலரான் முனை நாட்பணிந்தேத்த அருள் செய்த பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே பெம்மான் இவனன்றே. Okay, so இதுல வந்து quickly I'll explain some aspects of this song. தோடுடைய செவியன், one who wears beautiful big like earrings. அப்புறம் விடைங்கிறது வந்து bull, so விடை ஏறி, so he sits on a bull. Tuven Madisudi. Okay, Madi, when you say Madi is the moon. He wears the moon. Why he wears the moon? That's the story we will talk about. Kaadodaya Sudalai Podi Pusi. So graveyard la irukra ashes, right? Shiva wears those ashes on his body. Why does he wear the ashes? We'll look at that story also in coming weeks. Yen Ullam Kavar Kalvan. So the Shiva who took over my heart. Yedudaya Malaran. Yedudaya Malaran implies Brahma. So Brahma once went to Shiva for his blessings, and Shiva gave him his blessings. So Yedudaya Malaran munai naad panindetha arul seida. அப்புறம் பீடுடைய பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான் இவனன்றே. பிரமாபுரம்ங்கிறது வந்து implies a region near it is near Madurai. So பிரமாபுரம் மேவிய பெம்மான், so the lord of Madurai அப்படின்னு வந்து சிவனை பாடுறோம். So that's the meaning. அந்த விடை ஏறிவோர் அதுக்கு என்ன கதை, தூவன் மதிசோடி அப்புறம் அதுக்கு என்ன கதை, why he wears the graveyard's ashes on his body, அப்புறம் the story of Brahma, all those we will cover as short stories over the next few weeks. But song number 2. Okay, this song is very easy. I included this song because it can be a song for kids 7 and below, and this will be in your homework for this week. This is the Ayyappan part. Okay, let's sing about Ayyappa. Then we have a few more things to cover before the end of the class. Om Swamiye Sharanamayappa. Ayyapane Baba Arul Tarave Baba. 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 Anandane Baba Priya Baba. Anandane Baba Priya Baba. Ayyapane Baba Arul Tarave Baba. Anandane Baba Priya Baba. Sabarigiri Vasane Shanta Punya Murtiye. Sabarigiri Vasane Shanta Punya Murtiye. Shanta Punya Murtiye. Shatru Samharane. Shanta Punya Murtiye. Shatru Samharane. Sabarigiri Vasane Shanta Punya Murtiye. Shanta Punya Murtiye. Shatru Samharane. Ayyapane Baba Arul Tarave Baba. Anandane Baba Priya Baba. Kantamalai Vasane Karunya Murtiye. Kantamalai Vasane Karunya Murtiye. Karunya Murtiye. Kaliyugat Meyyane. Karunya Murtiye. Kaliyugat Meyyane. Ayyapane Baba Arul Tarave Baba. Anandane Baba Priya Baba. Ayyapane Baba Arul Tarave Baba. Anandane Baba Priya Baba. Pambayile Vasane Pavangalin Nasane. Pambayile Vasane Pavangalin Nasane. பாவங்களின் நாசனே பாசமுள்ள ஈசனே. பாவங்களின் நாசனே பாசமுள்ள ஈசனே. பம்பையிலே வாசனே பாவங்களின் நாசனே. பம்பையிலே வாசனே பாவங்களின் நாசனே. பாவங்களின் நாசனே பாசமுள்ள ஈசனே. பாவங்களின் நாசனே பாசமுள்ள ஈசனே. ஐயப்பனே பாபா அருள் தரவே பாபா. ஆனந்தனே பாபா பிரியா பாபா. ஆனந்தனே பாபா ஆழி பிரியா பாபா. So in the part of homework, okay, the more you hear the song, it will be very easy. I probably began at a high pitch. I'm sorry about that. I should have begun slow, but I couldn't change after I started. Okay, next we will talk about a very, very, very important concept, and I want to take time and explain this very well. Okay, Kula Deivam. How many of you have heard this term, Kula Deivam? What is Kula Deivam? Yes.
The God that we pray.
God that we pray. A bit more specific answer. Kula Deivam.
Family identity.
Yeah, go ahead. More answers.
Family identity.
Family ude deity. Family ude deity. Kulamங்கிறது வந்து it indicates your family, your ஐயா, your பாட்டையா, அவங்க ஐயா, அந்த full history பேரு ஒரு குலம். அந்த full lineage is called குலம். அந்த குலத்துக்கு ஒரு தெய்வம். That's Kula Deivam. Okay, Kula Deivam is so important that they are considered the primary god for a family. Every other god is called as Ishta Deivangal. Okay, Kula Deivam தான் வந்து ஒரு ஃபேமிலிக்கு வந்து primary god, and the one of our ancestors many generations ago actually became a deity, and that god is is presiding over every step of our life and keeping us at the right place at the right time. He's protecting us, he's protecting our parents, he will protect our kids. ஸோ நம்மளுடைய லீனியேஜ்ல வர்ற எல்லாரையும் வந்து காத்து ரட்சிக்கிறது குலதெய்வம். ஸோ அவங்களுக்கு வந்து நம்ம ரெகுலரா கும்பிடணும், அவங்க கோயிலுக்கு ரெகுலரா போயிட்டு வரணும். There will be an annual occasion called as பூசை at the temple of your குலதெய்வம். அந்த பூசைக்கு போயிட்டு வரணும். அவங்களுக்கு படைக்கிறது அப்படின்னா படைக்கணும். ஸோ அதெல்லாம் வந்து ஒவ்வொரு வீட்டுடைய the way of doing things. ஸோ குலதெய்வ பூசை அண்ட் குலதெய்வ கோயிலுக்கு போயிட்டு வர்றது அப்படின்னு சொன்னால் all of you should go. There is nothing more important than in fact taking time and going there. Okay, so one of your ancestors is believed to have become a deity and they protect you, they take care of your welfare. அப்புறம் குலதெய்வ கோயிலுக்கு வந்து ரெகுலரா போயிட்டு வரணும். Few of us who are here abroad, we don't get to go as frequently as we would like, but please make it a point to go at least annually once. If it becomes biannual, 2 years once you're going to India, make it a point to find time to spend that day at your Kuladeva Koil. Your parents will take you, but when you are bigger and when you are older, when you are an adult yourself, go to India. One of the things to do should be going to your Kuladeva Koil. Okay, and these are all some gods that are typically seen at Kuladeva Koilgal. One of your homework will be to write down the name of your Kuladevam and the அந்த கோயில் பேர். இப்போ என்னோட குலதெய்வ கோயில் பேர் மூலங்குடி. ஓகே, மூலங்குடி பொய் சொல்லாம ஐயர், மூலங்குடி பொன்னன், அதுதான் வந்து எங்களுடைய குலதெய்வம். ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி each family will have a name and the god's name. Find out and write it in your homework. Okay, இப்போ a few things that are typically done at Kuladeva Koilgal. I'm going to show that. First, அபிஷேகம் பண்ணுவோம். அபிஷேகம் பண்றது வந்து when you go பூசைக்கு நம்ம போறப்ப வந்து not just your family members, even your dad's cousins, even your ayya's cousins, all of them. So it will be like at least 30-40 families. All of them will go and stay there for 2 or 3 days and do abhishekam, archana to Kuladevam. They will pray jointly. It's a moment for joint praying because everyone's welfare is very important, and the ellarude welfareum vandu kaakradhu vandu Kuladevam. So neenga poitu varadhu nalladhu, but when you go together as the large family, you all same time pray to the Kuladevam. His blessings will keep you all happy, and ellarum nalla irundha da nammalum nalla irukka mudiyum, right? So we always have the statement which says as everyone should be doing well, only then we will be able to do well. Okay, so நான் மட்டும் நல்லா இருந்தா பத்தாது, என்ன சுத்தி இருக்கிற எல்லாருமே நல்லா இருக்கணும். அப்பதான் it will come to me also. So குலதெய்வ கோயில்ல வந்து அபிஷேகம் பண்ணுவாங்க, பொங்கல் வைப்பாங்க, நியூ பார்ன் பேபிக்கு முடி அறக்குவாங்க, மாவிளக்கு வைப்பாங்க, அப்புறம் குலதெய்வ காணிக்கை. Some of you who may have tied irumudi here, அந்த இருமுடியில வைக்கிற ஒரு காயின் பேரு வந்து குலதெய்வ காணிக்கை. So first one we'll keep that inside the whole irumudi, because we are taking a yatra. அந்த யாத்திரையில நம்ம போயிட்டு வர்றப்போ நல்லா போயிட்டு வரணும், இந்த பிரார்த்தனை நான் வந்து முடிக்கணும் அப்படின்னு we'll pray to குலதெய்வம் and keep the coin inside that. அந்த உண்டியல், அந்த கோயில் உண்டியலுடைய இமேஜ் தான் போட்டிருக்கேன் இங்க. அப்புறம் any big occasion, marriage, sandi, everything, அந்த இன்விடேஷனை வந்து குலதெய்வ கோயில கொடுப்பாங்க. Among the first things you do is to take the invitation, go to your குலதெய்வ கோயில், keep it there and pray. அப்புறம் சேலையும் வேஷ்டியும் வாங்கி கொடுக்கறது. So every time you go, if you can, it will be great if you can buy a saree and a veshti and give it to the ayyer. He will put that on your Kuladevam. So avungalukku nama sela vaangi kodukra mari, selayum veshtiயும் vaangi kodukra mari. So all these are very very important aspects. So take part. So anything with Kuladeva Koil activities, please take part. It has lot of good things that will do to you. It will basically the belief I have is, and belief many of you also have, is it will keep you at the right place at the right time. That's very important for life. Okay. Now let's all of you can take your PDF. I've been wanting to teach Aditya Hridayam for a few years now, and this year luckily I got the drive to do it. So inniki we will be learning 4 stanzas from Aditya Hridayam. Why Aditya Hridayam? This is the sloka that sage Agastya taught Rama when Rama was in the battlefield. He had to face Ravana. So Rama has defeated everyone. Ravana is the last one to defeat, but Rama is very fatigued. He's weak. He's having doubts about his ability. He's tired. Upper sage Agastya comes and tells him to pray to sun god. When you pray to sun god, he says you'll get back your strength. There'll be newfound energy, optimism. All the doubts in your mind is cleared. You will be victorious in whatever you take up. Praying to sun god gives you an aura, tejas. You will have the beaming energy. And what else can we say? Praying to sun god it is also said to wash away pavangal. So papa vimosanam, any bad deeds we did, whatever sins we accumulated, reciting this is said to wash away all those sins also. Sun god is very important because he gives the earth the warmth, the heat, without which earth will be a very cold place to live, unlivable. For plants to make food, we need the heat, we need the warmth of the sun. So that's very important. Without the sun god, we'll not form clouds. So sun ude heat la dhaan the oceans and rivers are giving moisture into the air. They become clouds, clouds become rain, and rain helps in agriculture. So sun plays a paramount role in our life. And today we will be talking about we'll be learning a few stanzas from Aditya Hridayam. There are a total of 31 slokas. In the year, we will cover 10. Next year, we will cover the remaining. Maybe the subsequent year completely. So 10, 10, 10 in the year 10 slokas. Today we'll do 4. And before we begin with this, we will always begin with Shuklam Bharadharam to pray to Vinayaka. Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum. Om Shuklam Bharadharam Vishnum. Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Sashivarnam Chaturbhujam. Prasanna Badanam Dhyayet. Prasanna Badanam Dhyayet. Sarva Vignopasantaye. Sarva Vignopasantaye. Tato Yuddha Parishrantam. Tato Yuddha Parishrantam. Samare Chintaya Stitam. Samare Chintaya Stitam. Ravanam Chagrato Drishtva. Ravanam Chagrato Drishtva. Yuddha Yasamupastitam. Yuddha Yasamupastitam. Tato Yuddha Parishrantam. Tato Yuddha Parishrantam. Samare Chintaya Stitam. Samare Chintaya Stitam. Ravanam Chagrato Drishtva. Ravanam Chagrato Drishtva. Yuddha Yasamupastitam. Yuddha Yasamupastitam. Daiva Taischa Samagamya. Daiva Taischa Samagamya. Drashtumabhyagatoranam. Drashtumabhyagatoranam. Upagamya Bravidramam. Upagamya Bravidramam. Agastyo Bhagavan Rishi. Agastyo Bhagavan Rishi. Rama Rama Mahabaho, Rama Rama Mahabaho, Shrinaguhyam Sanatanam, Shrinaguhyam Sanatanam, Yena Sarvan Narin Vatsa, Yena Sarvan Narin Vatsa, Samare Vijayishyasi, Samare Vijayishyasi. Rama Rama Mahabaho, Rama Rama Mahabaho, Srinaguhyam Sanatanam, Srinaguhyam Sanatanam, Yena Sarvan Narin Vatsa, Yena Sarvan Narin Vatsa, Samare Vijayishyasi, Samare Vijayishyasi, Aditya Hridayam Punyam, Aditya Hridayam Punyam, Sarvashatru Vinashanam, Sarvashatru Vinashanam, Jaya Baham Jape Nityam, Jaya Baham Jape Nityam, Akshayam Paramam Shivam, Akshayam Paramam Shivam. Okay, these four are the slokas we will cover today. In the audio will be uploaded. Please practice. It'll be good if you can recite it as a homework and send me. But we will keep repeating this. So by the end of 6 weeks, it will be very easy for you to learn this.